Welcome to your Daily Revolution podcast. Today's topic: where did my husband go? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
My name is Setema, Gali, the founder and creator of the Prosperity Revolution, a global movement that helps you to get out of scarcity and into prosperity every single day. A movement where people have value, things do not, where money is a result of helping people, where you're rewarded for creating value for others, and where prosperity is not the result of luck, but a predictable steps and formulas, and where happiness is the ultimate goal.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It is so good to be with you here today. So I'm going to jump right into this one. We've been moving recently. We moved out of our home. I was traveling to Dallas speaking at my boys, Ryan's event. He calls it the $1 Million Mastermind. Great crowd, great people, great experience. I'm honored and grateful to be a part of the room full of speakers and coaches and business owners and entrepreneurs. And before that, I was down in Destin, Florida, where our new headquarters is and our office and our home is. And when I come home, I'm exhausted, right? I work hard. I work long days when I'm out of town because I've just no kids, no wife. So I just work and just sit in the office and go to work and make it, maximize it. Well, I come home, we're moving. I'm tired. I'm frustrated. We're moving. I'm kind of grouchy and I hate moving. I just don't like it. And it has shifted my entire perspective and I kind of got rattled. Right? Typically I'll say, you can't rattle me. Well, I got rattled by moving. Because we moved out of our home of 6 years. We took a lot of stuff to the dump. Great thing about moving is you declutter, you get rid of a lot of stuff. So 3 15-foot U-Haul trucks to the dump, just chock full. And we just started throwing stuff away like that. They're good. We'd get to the dump and people would see us dumping stuff. They're like, can I have it? I'm like, yeah, I'll take it. With shelves and bikes and couches and it's crazy, right? But I'm like, I just don't want to mess with it. Well, after a while of moving things, I just started to get really frustrated. And then we moved into another home, which I'm so grateful, right? And now I find myself just kind of upset and angry. And I didn't realize it, but sometimes we need someone to just call us out. And thank goodness my beautiful wife, my wonderful wife, my best friend, we're talking one night and she looks at me and she said, where did my husband go? I'm like, excuse me? And I'm kind of frustrated. And she goes, the man who loves his life, where did he go? Because this is not him. You're not him. And it really caught me off guard because, it was kind of a wake-up call. I've always considered myself a positive, powerful, happy beacon of light. And yet I found myself just absolutely not happy, a little bit angry, upset. And my wife, it was like, where did my husband go? And it kind of caught me off guard, right? It kind of woke me up. And it woke me up to the point of, I had to take a step back and say, well, where did he go? Right? Where did he go? And I started to question, why am I upset? Why am I angry? What is the cause of this? What is going on? Why is Setema unhappy with this move and frustrated and irritated and annoyed? And I started to look at my thought process and I started to look at everything and I found kind of the root cause of it. And the root cause of everything that I'm going through is this. I've got this entitlement, right, going on. I got this entitlement going on. I feel like I shouldn't have to move. I should be just fine. Why do I have to move? Why does this have to be uncomfortable? Why is this like this? And as I started to analyze why I was getting irritated and angry, the shift, it was so fast, right? The shift was so quick. And that shift was, number one, Setema, can you be grateful? What happened to grateful Setema? And again, the biggest part of this is that my wife called me out. Now, she didn't, she wasn't condescending or anything like that, but she just said, where did my husband go? Like, where's my husband? Where is my husband? Where is the man who loves his life? And it woke me up. So I thought about this and I'm like, okay, and I wanted to share this podcast of kind of this journey I went through. And it was, it sounds like long, but it was kind of this realization over the weekend, which was number one, Setema, where's your gratitude? See, when a man or a woman is entitled, when we feel entitled, like the world owes us a favor, we shouldn't have to go through this. Life should be easier. Well, I've already earned it, right? I'm in my mid-40s, so I should be just fine. Like, I shouldn't have to struggle. Look, I don't know how I got that bug inside of me because I hate entitlement. I hate people who feel entitled. I do. Like, strong. I know it's strong. Like, you shouldn't hate people. I do. Because that's not how I got here. Right? How I got here was not through entitlement. How I got here was being grateful for every scrap that I had to earn and had to get. So that's the first thing I share is, do you have gratitude or are you entitled? The second kind of realization for Setema was, am I willing to work? Right? Am I willing to work? Look, it doesn't matter how much money's in the bank. It doesn't matter how much success I've had. It doesn't matter, right, what I've achieved up to this point in my life. Am I still willing to do the work? Because the work must be done. Right? The work must be done. The work, like, listen, don't care where you're at. Either you're doing the work or someone else is doing the work. Right? Either you're going to do the work or someone else. And for a lot of the things in your life, no one else can do the work for you. I just finished up at the gym. Can no one live for me? Like, can I do meal prep? Yeah, I'm cooking my food or someone else is. So I can do meal prep, but then I got to go produce to buy the meal prep. So take a look at your life today, my friends, and just say, are you doing the work that you must do? And on this concept of like easy life, comfortable life, that's great. But just know, like, someone's gonna do the work. And if you really want a super comfortable life, you better get comfortable being uncomfortable. Like, you've got to embrace the suck. You've got to be okay working. So again, I'm talking about moving boxes, moving furniture, early nights, kind of living uncomfortable right now because we're staying in a home. God bless my friends, right? They're like, you can live in our home because they just moved out into their home. And so we're kind of camping on. We're living on mattresses and eating out, and we got boxes everywhere. We're still figuring things out. And so, right, are you going to do the work or not? Is there work that you must do? Yes or no? Number one, gratitude. Number two, do the work. Third thing is, it's like, kill the expectations. It's crazy. We teach this principle number 10, agreements, not expectations. And yet Setema is in this mode of expectations. Like, I just kind of had this expectation that it would be easy. And my expectations were killing me, right? Look, here's the truth. I don't need expectations right now. I need to live inside of agreements. So there's a whole other things, a bunch of other things that I want to share. But for now, the biggest thing that I would share and really help you see here is, number one, get into a state of gratitude. Like, stop living in expectations. Do the work that you got to do to create the life that you want to create. And then, my youngest son, final thoughts here. My youngest is just this happy dude. Like, he's just happy all the time. He's like, well, hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. How was your day? Oh, it's so awesome. It's so good. And he just goes off and he just smiles. And I look at his innocence and his childlike joy. And I'm like, man, I got to remember to live like that. Because the truth is, I've got first world problems, right? First world problems. Like, I'm complaining about boxes in my garage. And I'm like, why have I been complaining? And that's the other thing too. Another thought here is I found myself complaining under my breath, just, to myself. I'm like, when did I start? Like, I somehow got off of the path of happiness. And that's not how I want to live. So a lot of lessons with this move, perspective shifts, gratitude, getting out of expectations, just like living in agreements of doing the work. Like, I gotta do the work to create the life I want. I think getting to that state of just that perspective of happiness. So take a look at your life, wherever you're at and whatever you're facing today. Are you entitled? Or do you find yourself in a state of gratitude? Are you doing the work? There's work to be done no matter what. There's work to be done with your children, in your job, in your business, with your spouse. There's work to be done with your body, with your spirit, with your purpose. Are you still living in unrealistic expectations, or you can just create those commitments and agreements? And can you create a perspective of happiness? Like, just can I be happy? Do I want to be happy, or do I want to be angry and upset? That's the podcast today. It's good to be back here, just rocking and rolling here in SoCal. I love you. I appreciate you listening to the podcast. If this has been useful, share it, send it, tweet it, DM someone, and let me know how you feel. Let me know where you're at. I love you. I'm out.
This is your daily revolution. Live in prosperity, we show you how to do it. There's no luck about it, we got the strategic blueprint. This is your daily revolution. You already know. And if you don't, then check my resume. Turning pressure into possibilities every day. Y'all can win and live our unique purpose. We change our mindsets and put the work in. This is your daily revolution. Daily revolution. Revolution. Your daily revolution podcast.